The NBA wants fans talking about the push for the playoffs. It is fine with talk about where Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard, Jimmy Butler, but the league office wishes there was less of it, as do most players. What the league office doesn't want is talk of rude fan behavior and how players respond to it. Yet that's the topic that exploded after Russell Westbrook yelled profanity at a Jazz fan and his wife after said fan made rude comments that completely crossed the line of decency. The Utah Jazz organization investigated the matter and permanently banned the fan from the arena. The league office sent a memo to all teams asking them to take steps to reduce the likelihood of more incidents like this happen in the future. Via Shams Charania of The Athletic. In wake of Russell Westbrook, Utah fan incident, the NBA has sent a memo to its 30 teams asking them to create PSA or league-developed spot to stress importance of respect and civility in NBA arenas. Shams Charania, at Shams Charania, March 14, 2019. It's a good gesture. While help more than a PSA on the big screen, fans will ignore as stricter enforcement by arena security. There has been a reluctance to confront paying customers yelling at the opposing teams, in many, but not all venues. That needs to change. Heckle a player for what is happening on the court and it's all good, but there is a clear, bright line between that and getting personal or dragging family into the picture. We all know where that line is. Security just has to be on its game. I expect after the Westbrook security will be tighter. At least for a while. Coming off a 50-win season in 2015, Mavericks president Donnie Nelson said Rick Carlisle could coach Dallas as long as he wants. A short time later, the Mavericks gave Carlisle a 5-year, $35 million contract extension that ran through 2021-22. In the 4 seasons since, Dallas has gone 42-40, 33-49, 24-58 and 27-40. But that downturn won't undermine Carlisle's job security. Mark Stein of ESPN, the Mavericks quietly restructured the contract of coach Rick Carlisle before this season to extend his current deal by 1 year, through the 2022-23 season, and give him an undisclosed salary increase, league sources say. Mark Stein, at the Stein Line, March 13, 2019. Carlisle is a good coach with a thorough understanding of what's happening on the court. He also guided Dallas to the 2011 NBA title, further entrenching himself there. Hired about a week after the Heat's Eric Spoelstra, Carlisle is the NBA's third longest tenured active coach. Spoelstra and Carlisle trail the Spurs' Greg Popovich, of course. With these repeated extensions, Carlisle has a chance to outlast both. The Mavericks are entering their next era with Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. They give Carlisle more talent than he has had in years, and about $30 million in cap space offers Dallas an opportunity to add even more. It'll be on Carlisle to ensure everything runs as smoothly as hoped. Hornets point guard Kemba Walker is rumored to leave Charlotte in free agency this summer. Where could he go? Rick Bonnell of the Charlotte Observer, 2 sources with knowledge of the Mavericks thinking expect Walker, the Hornets' 3-time All-Star point guard, to be the team's top target when NBA free agency begins July 1. Dallas projects to have about $30 million in cap space. Walker's max starting salary projects to be about $33 million. Maybe that'd be enough to get Walker, who'll turn 29 in May. He's very good right now, but he might not be worth a max contract over the next 4 years. If they need to clear extra cap space for Walker, the Mavericks could try to trade players like Tim Hardaway Jr., Courtney Lee, Dwight Powell and Justin Jackson. A max contract projects to be worth about $141 million over 4 years. A starting salary of $30 million with max raises would pay Walker $129 million over 4 years. For what it's worth, Walker's max contract with the Hornets projects to be $190 million over 5 years, or $221 million over 5 years if he makes an All-NBA team this season. But Charlotte has never gotten Walker an all-star teammate. In Dallas, Walker would have 2 teammates on the star track in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. Doncic makes this tricky, though. He's the lead playmaker from the wing. Should he just be the point guard? If not, what type of point guard fits best with him? Signing Walker would be an expensive way to find out. Walker can work off the ball. He drills catch and shoot three-pointers at a good rate. His dribble drives still work in secondary actions. Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle likes to use two-point guards, anyway. But much of Walker's value comes from his ability with the ball. If he's not consistently initiating the offense and running pick and rolls, is he worth the salary he'll surely command? On the other hand, whom could Dallas get instead? Maybe a not fully unleashed Walker is still the best option. After trading multiple future first-round picks, the Mavericks can't just patiently roll over their cap space. Their imperative is to win soon, and Walker would help. Zion Williamson will almost certainly be the #1 pick in the upcoming NBA draft. But he hasn't played for Duke since injuring his knee a few weeks ago. That lengthy delay in his return sparked questions about the severity of the injury and calls for him to shut it down. Yet, he'll return for the Blue Devils game against Syracuse today. Duke, if this is what Williamson wants, great. He should have the freedom to choose his path, including being allowed to be fairly compensated while playing college basketball, which is sadly not permitted. Williamson won't improve his draft stock, but he can gain more exposure, and eventually more endorsement money, with a strong march. He can help Duke win. He can do what he enjoys in just playing basketball. And he can help Nike repair its image by continuing to play in the company's shoes. The Clippers are intent on moving into a new arena in Inglewood. For opposition, Knicks owner James Dolan, whose company owns the nearby Forum and wants to protect that building as the area's premier entertainment space. Lakers owner Jeannie Buss, whose team currently shares an arena with the Clippers, which helps keep the Clippers as Los Angeles' second-class team. As the Clippers revealed their plan to move, Buss emailed with Lakers executive Linda Rambis and Irving Azoff, a music executive close to Dolan. Buss in an email, via Nathan Fenno of the Los Angeles Times, "Didn't balls see what we did to my brother? He will have nothing but Clippers basketball. Whoopee. I'm not sure which aspect of this email I enjoy more, Buss calling Ballmer balls, a nickname that is now sure to stick. Let's get a Lakers-Clippers rivalry cooking, or Buss using her own brother, probably Jim, though maybe Johnny, as an example of what happens to someone who crosses her. That's some real Corleone stuff. Both are great.